to say, but he's wallowing hollow and barely can get through the day. But he's coming back again. Scrambling, getting his ducks in a row. He's preambling, gambling, this time the whole thing will go straight through the atmosphere. Got a very unusual head. Got a very unusual head. They will take him apart when he's dead. And his very unusual head. Help me with trumpets if you know it. Everyone sing along. Very unusual head. Got a very unusual head. They will take him apart when he's dead. And his very unusual head. Got a very unusual head. Got a very unusual head. They will take him apart when he's dead. And his very unusual head. Surely take him apart when he's dead. And his very unusual head. You take your jacket off and leave your guitar on at the same time.
It's like Houdini.
Okay. Is it sounding okay? Because it's terrifying for us to play without the whole band doing all the fancy stuff. You know, we build this as all the music without the musicianship. But we're happy to have Tristan along. I didn't know he could do all that swirly, whirly stuff. Nice, Tristan. And so let's see. Oh, okay. Man, this is a crazy set list. Tink put for us to do a song that I wrote about. Well, let me just say this. I grew up in South Philadelphia, you know. And Tink always says I was an at-risk kid. One summer, right after school, towards the end of school, just before the summer started, I started a gang of 72 kids. You know, we used to hang around the Sharswood schoolyard. I gave everybody nicknames. I started giving tattoos to everybody, you know, just with a pen and India ink. The first one, I made a cross on Jackie Sullivan's arm. When he put his arm down, it was an X. So I learned quickly how to tattoo better. But anyway, I was starting this gang, and I think someone got wind that I had made a gang of 72 kids. And so all of a sudden, I got offered a scholarship to study at the Parthenon, you know, the Philadelphia Art Museum. And they had set something up in the aquarium behind it, and they sent me there, and I learned how to sculpt and to paint. And that summer, I discovered Salvador Dali, and then that changed everything. I wasn't into gangs anymore. I was into craziness. So I wrote. Tink decided to have a Grand Slambovian extraterrestrial Halloween ball that was a surrealist ball. And so I wrote a song dedicated to Salvador, okay. The song's called Solve It All Daily. So ever since I wrote it and called it Solve It All Daily, I can't say his name correctly. You know, Dolly, so this is a tribute to Dolly, and she put it in the new set list. So, want to try it? You're game for anything tonight, right?
Betcha, yeah.
If nothing, this will be the most insane night of music you've ever had, so try this out. And we can play this by ourselves?
Well, I think so. I mean, you can sing it by yourself and it sounds good. And then if you add a guitar, it sounds good. And if you add a recorder, it sounds even better.
Okay, well,
And then if you have an audience that's really imaginative, picture this. Usually, when we would perform this, like for the Halloween show, he did some kind of faux Dali paintings that we used as projections and animated. It was really crazy. But we couldn't bring that full show tonight. But I know you guys are super creative, so all you have to do is to be in that moment with us. Just take your index fingers and push really hard on your eyes. And you will be with us in that moment.
Sean, are you getting enough of this guitar? Because that's as loud as I can make it on my end. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, who stretched the elephant's legs? I bet it was you. Solve it all and take it. Taught them to walk through the streets on stilted grey limbs like Barnum and Bailey. Pulled a trick with the tigers too. Now no one can keep them in the zoo. Why do you do what you do when you do what you do? Solve it all, take it. Well, who turned Narcissus to stone? Fishes to phones that always call me. Who melted all the town clocks and hung them on rocks and limbs by the blue sea? Who put those drawers in your sister's chest? Had to retailer her favorite dress. Why do you make normal such a mess? What are you up to? Solve it all, solve it all, well, maybe behind that mustachioed mask, a black hole sucking everything in, making rules lose control, instructing dogmatic distractions that rule our reason. Back to molecular dances and music of spheres that our ears used to hear before. Figures and fear made us deaf, dumb and blind to the beauty that really matters. Turn my west to a living room. Who elongated mom's favorite spoon? Why are your paintings so out of tune, or is that the wang job? Geopolitical child out by the wire, globe on the prairie, watching the birth of human in the new land. Oh, it's pretty scary. He's in a world trapped by its points of view, and you always said true may not be true. We read it all in the Dolly News, monarch of JB. we've only done a few of these duo shows. Tink and I are just happy we could get in the same room and rehearse. We've been together for like a number of years, but without the other band members around, we could never get into a rehearsal room without fighting all the time. It didn't bust our marriage up. We've been together for like almost 30, she doesn't want me to tell you how long, 47 years now. Thank you.
He wonders why, anyway, never mind. Men don't know. Men are kind of dumb. They think that you need to like tell people everything. They just overshare all the time about stuff. A little mystery is good.
She's right?
A little mystery is good. So let's keep it very mysterious there. Anyway, so yeah, we never actually, even though I come from I'm an instrumentalist who can't play anything except the flute.
Mentalist, heavy on the mentalist accent.
and he's a mentalist who's also a great storyteller and a phenomenal singer. And he grew up playing with his father. And I think there's nothing that replaces growing up with a father that plays music and plays with you. It's like in his blood. So he's just a real natural. I have to work hard and I still can't really do a good job. Go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah, do that. That's good. Okay. He's like he's the human jukebox. Go for it. Do it.
And my grandfather played, and they're all from. We've been in Pennsylvania for a long, long time. I left when I was 16 because of the hippie thing that happened. At 16, I ran away from home. I went to New York City to seek my fortune. I'm getting close to it now. No, she said my dad, and then I started thinking, I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. When I hear that lonesome whistle, I sing my sad, sad song. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't play around with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Oh my. When I hear that lonesome whistle, I hang my head and cry. Well, it's easy to yodel. I can't do it. A lot of people, that's their favorite song in my neighborhood. How many people know the yodel song? We can't do this whole thing, obviously, and these guys don't have it. When I was a kid, are you good with the stories if this is like a folksy, dozy kind of show? When I was a little kid, every Friday night down the basement of my parents' house, all my aunts and uncles, which would mean, if we lived in this neighborhood, it would mean you guys. All my aunts and uncles would come down to the basement, and my dad and my grandfather and my uncles would play, and they just let everybody get up and sing their favorite song, And at the end of the night, my Uncle Angelo would come, and he was from the Dago part of the neighborhood. I come from a Dago, Swedish, English kind of background, I'm a mix, But we lived in the Irish neighborhood who, used to fight the Dagos. I'm a Dago, We used to fight the Dagos, And my Uncle Angelo, who looked like a hitman from the mafia, he would come down at the end of the night. He was about, 7'12", Really big guy, scary looking guy. And he'd take his guitar out, this big, scary looking guy, and he'd do this song. I'm just going to do a little bit of it for you. Well, it's easy to yodel, yodel-o-tee, yodel-o-tee, yodel-o-tee. It's easy to yodel, yodel-o-tee, yodel-o-tee, yodel-o-tee. Where do they go? Does everybody know that chord? It's a Pennsylvania song, right? Oh, here. Yeah, all I trust. right? Okay. So let's try it. Well, let's do a call and answer. Am I getting off the track for you, or is this?
No, this is the track.
Okay. I'll go yodel low and you answer me. Yodel. Taking drugs.
Hey, where's the polka dancers? We need some foot taps.
So I'm going to sing a verse and then we'll pass back the OT. You ready? The whole thing. Ready? Well, it's easy to yodel OT. Yodel OT. Yodel OT. It's easy. Don't do that one. Let's do one more round there, if you don't mind. I hope it's not too self-serving. And then we'll just we'll go out on the you know how to do that. Just do it like we were taught when you were little, when you were a baby. We'll go out on the yodel and go faster and faster and try to get insane. There we go. Well, it's easy to yodel, yodel it's easy to yodel, yodel. Here comes a little bit. So what am I supposed to do? Can I do step out of time?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah? Okay.
Charge.
You got a flute?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You got good thief down there.
I got all kinds of stuff. When you invite people to your house for the first time and you don't know them, you think, I'm going to give them like the best we got. But we don't have the best we got tonight, but we're working on it.
But we have the worst that we've got. Becky, you guys are awesome. Okay, we're cheered up. We believe you.
The reason I said that is we dragged out something from our first album that I thought would be really cool to play.
And you played cello with it, right?
Yeah, but you asked me to
Well,
get
yeah, but
this.
we'll do that.
Okay,
I'm jumping around like you.
We're jumping around.
Okay. They put Good Thief Tips' hat from our first album, which was called Good Thief Tips' hat.
Yeah.
It was the big money maker. That's how we got started. That's how we got the fancy cars that you saw. All those fancy cars parked up along the side there, a little bit further up so no one would know they were ours. They're actually ours. And we got them from the Good Thief album, just the Good Thief album. So we'll play you a cut from it. Yeah, the thing is, we usually work with really good musicians. Sharky McEwen, who co-wrote a lot of the stuff with us and is a good guitar player. There you go.
Yeah, there
you go. He usually plays on this, but Tink and I recorded this before Sharky was even in the band, this song. And Tink had one, Tink doesn't play cello, just to let you know. This is like an expose-all show. Hang out with the relatives in Pennsylvania, talk about shit. If, somebody who feels really cheated that they're not getting enough music, he could tell me on the break, and we'll deal with him. Angelo. No. Tink took one cello lesson with David Darling, a famous cellist, but she took a kindergarten lesson. She went to David's kindergarten lesson, so it was all little kids and Tink, and she learned how to play some riffs, and we came home and we recorded this song. Good thief tips his hat. Good thief winks his eye. We'll do a song from our Folk 2 album. This is another thing. I'm trying to drop hints if anybody's in the music business. I'm trying to leave like a breadcrumb trail of how to get into the big bucks. So, you know, we were a band in New York City that, you know, everybody wanted to sign. I'm talking about like, you know, like Sony, Columbia. Well, back then it was Sony Epic that wanted to sign us. Quite a few labels wanted to sign us, and we snuck away and just moved up to upstate New York. We moved out of New York City and we started going upriver with our kids, our 30 kids. And and Tink got the idea, if I get an accordion, you know, we could get into the folk realm, because there's a lot of money in the folk realm, and folk musicians are not interested in money. So she got an accordion.
You see this accordion? Yeah, so Josiah, he bought this for me as like a prop. And we actually used it as in a music video we did in the mid-90s. But that was around the time that the whole singer-songwriter thing was just starting to break open. And I said, you know, I want to actually learn to play this thing, you know. And then when we lived in Westchester, in that area, and Dora Williams and Anita Franco and all these guys, their careers were just starting to kind of happen, especially in our area. We were aware of it. So I told Josiah, hey, if I actually learn to play this accordion, we can like sneak in undercover in disguise.
And get the money that nobody wanted.
So what happened is we would go to open mics and I'd have this accordion, and so they'd let us in. And then
we said, we're a folk rock band.
And then
we said, okay.
Yeah, and then we actually went to a couple of conferences, like folk conferences, and they saw me with my token accordion, and like they thought they were really folky.
They signed us up for all the big festivals. We played Philadelphia Folk Festival, right? They stuck us in the worst slot, the Philadelphia Folk Festival, right? They call it the hangover slot, you know, Sunday morning early, you know, and everybody's in their tents sleeping. And we played, and we got off the stage, and we made $10,000 in merchandise. We were like, folk money. We would have had to work like 3 or 4 years doing regular gigs. Man, this was like, we were rolling in the dough. So, I just wanted to say that.
And so we stayed there for a while.
No.
We stayed in there, we liked it so much. And then what happened is...
We're very dangerous, I warned you.
No, this is going to be really quick. So then they started inviting us to play their fundraisers. You know, especially like Pete Seeger. And we started doing all the fundraisers for Clearwater.
Strawberry Festival, Raspberry Festival,
Pickle
Potato
Festival.
all along the Hudson. And nobody wants that money neither. So.
But the point is, like,
we used to go by the, you know, Pete's sailboat on there. We go by in one of our little yachts. Okay, let's get that. I was just trying to do a lead into a song.
And so we actually got to know.
She's your cousin. I don't even know.
So we actually used to feel really uncomfortable in the folk realm. We thought, like, we're really like just getting by here. They're gonna expose us. But we fooled them for a long time. And then we started running into Pete in our town because he lived up the street, and we became real friends. And we actually spent a day with him like about a month before he died, and we get a really deep conversation. So now we realize we really are folk people. We really are.
That was gonna be shorter. Sorry about that. You know, this is from Folk 2, our Folk 2 album, after Folk 1 was such an incredible success. And we said, let's do Folk 2. So this is from Folk 2. It's called Step Out of Time. You got the flute? Tip of the hat, when we play with the full band, come see with the full band. It's a tip of the hat to Pete Seeger, the Allman Brothers, and Jethro Tull. We flew like the doves and we slept in the sand, but we're still building cannons, making war plans. We gotta step out of time. Step out of time. Step out of time. Let's get our bodies aligned with our minds. Let's get our minds aligned with our hearts. Maybe it's there we can start. Yeah. Families in China, families at home, they get the jobs and we just get the phones. But who gets the money? So the workers are born. We gotta step out of time. Step out of politics, we're all being played. Skits to distract while the real deals are made. Behind the curtain, who's pulling the reins? We gotta step out of time. We're all from one mother, that's what they say. People of science and not just those who pray. So let's live for each other and become way. We gotta step out of time. Step out of time. Step out of time. Let's get our bodies aligned with our minds. Let's get our minds aligned with our hearts. Maybe it's there we can start. Yeah. Step out of time, start it again. Love, not religion, enemies, friends. All of these isms and vanities in. Gotta make the world right. Yeah, we know enough to know what's really cool, to know what is mean and what's just outright cruel. They say religion, but they're just evil's tools. They just can't fake it no more. Step out of countries, step out of pride, step out of worlds where the lovers all died. Let's live for each other, ride the new tide. We gotta step out of time. Step out of time, step out of time. Let's get our bodies aligned with our minds. Let's get our minds aligned with our hearts. Maybe it's there we can start. Step out of time. Step out of time. So we'll do one more for you this set. And then anybody who's like losing their minds with this thing that you've come to see and you've never seen it before, you can sneak out on the break. And then we'll come back in and do another set for you. Nice short set and send everybody home. Thank you very much for coming in. This is really lovely playing for you guys. You're very generous and very warm. Having a good time. Thank you. So I'll tell you really quick, and don't do a long thing, okay? We just started recording an album recently, and what happened was there's this friend of mine, Dio, who I've known for a long time. He has a band called Clearstone up in Canada, and he's been bugging me. He says he built a studio. We worked with Daniel Lanois people, you know, the guy who recorded U2, a whole bunch of people who recorded. But it's very esoteric taste studio kind of thing. And Dio worked with the guy and inherited a lot from him, and he built a studio. So he was bugging me for years, come up and record an album, because we take a long time to record, even though I write a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, the output's not there. So finally, I said, okay, I'm gonna go up. I went up to visit Dio, and in 2 days we recorded 8 songs. Wow. like really good takes of vocal and guitar. You know, it was like, whoa, man. It's like, it could have been Bob Dylan's first album, meaning there were no other people playing on it. And it was really good. And then Dio said, I want to come down and record you again. It was 2 days before Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, and we had to get ready for Falcon Ridge, so get our bags of the empty bags ready for the money thing. And I usually would have said no to him, but I said, come on down. I had such a good experience. And he came down, and in 2 days he recorded Tink's parts for those 8 songs. And then he found a house 10 minutes from our house. Big Blue, we call it. It's just downriver from Big Pink, you know. And I think it might be Big Pink's brother. But anyway, he found this house and for rent for a year. And he called his wife. They have 4 kids. And she said, get it. And like in 2 weeks, they were down 10 minutes from my house, calling me on the phone. He was like, hey man, you coming over to record? And so that's what we've been up to. And yeah, I am. Yeah. Okay. The women are in charge at Slambovius, so anything she says, that's why I try not to let her say anything to me. I gotta obey everything she tells me.
Where is that guy?
Since the women took over, things have been really very cool and stuff. So this is Dio. So we're gonna play like a noodly version, a loosey-goosey version of this song that we recorded called I Know Where the Bees Have Gone, which I wrote when I was concerned about the bees vanishing. You know, I was in my yard one day talking to the ghost of John Lennon, and the bees all came around and they inspired this song. Okay, so here we go. So we'll play this song. It's a sing-along. The ghost of Pete Seeger will be very happy if you sing along with us. Pete used to say, I'll let you pose as a folk band as long as you get people to sing along with you. And don't be like just sucking up all the glory up there. So we'll do this. And your part will go like this. I'll go. You ready to show them?
Yep.
I'll go. I know where the bees have gone. And you go.
All the birds and bees. Come on, guys, help me.
I know where the bees have gone.
Where all the birds and bees have gone.
Try it. I know where the bees have gone.
Where all the birds and bees have gone.
I know where the bees have gone.
Where all the birds and bees have gone.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we do this, it's going to be amazing. And I'll tell you one more secret. Okay. The bees told me that day that I was sitting with the ghost of John Lennon and they started flying around us. They said, for thousands of years, people have thought that by going Om when they meditate or meditating on a mantra, that they could reach enlightenment. And the bees said, we made that up and told it to people just to keep men from being enlightened. They said, we'll reveal to you and John Lennon that if you just go when you're meditating, you can almost instantly attain enlightenment. So I'm revealing it to you guys because I'm allowed to pass it on to the people who come to see us. So try it. And we'll buzz into this song, but if you start feeling faint, just stop. If you start seeing the patterns, just start breathing deeply and don't sing at all. But try it a little bit, and when you go home and you meditate, try just buzzing instead of doing an om or a mantra, okay? And just write to me to tell me the results. It's like amazing. It's been really amazing. Now that we're rich and enlightened, oh man, everything's just incredible. So, you ready to do this with us?
Yeah.
And we'll end the set with this. So. My yard, I stopped cutting the grass, you know. I stopped being so hard. Stopped trying to control the world. Learned to steer myself. Now the bees and butterflies became a source of wealth. They're making honey butter now. They ship it across the sea.
understand each song. The birds and bees are telling me we got the whole thing wrong, reteaching me the facts of life. And as I get it right, my lovely wife is courting me most every day and night. They're making honey butter now, enough to feed us all. They dose it with enlightenment for creatures great and small. I know where the bees are gone. I know where the bees are gone. I know where the bees are gone. Where the birds and bees go. We bought some little beaches where we sit and shoot the breeze, encouraging the flowers and the animals and trees, helping to and all the sad creation that eagerly awaits the yang-tang doodle human race to finally get it straight. 'Cause I know where the bees go. I know where the bees go. I know where the bees have gone. Where the birds and bees have gone. They're making honey butter now. Its magic kicks right in, unraveling the world now to perfect yang and yin. 'Cause all the sad creation so legally awaits the yang-tang doodle human race finally get it straight. 'Cause I know where the bees have gone. I know where the bees have gone. I know where the bees have gone. Where the birds and bees have gone. Good work, everybody. We'll see you next week. We'll see you back there.
Hey, sound man? Hello?
Not there yet, Chick. Hold on. You look beautiful. Wow.
Hey, so before the guys get up here, I'm gonna take a minute and just announce a few things. So I didn't get to really explain, but some of you saw the crazy bee shirts, right? Hey, Scott, come here. So check this out. You like the I know where the bees have gone. So check out, this is our spokesmodel, Scott Frank. So Scott is what you call a super fan. He actually came all the way from Kansas City for this show.
Love you.
Okay, and just to say, so did you notice the shirt he's wearing? This shirt is the I know where the bees have gone shirt. And And this shirt, I actually have a 3X. Someone was asking for it. I have one 3X. I'm just letting you know. But the thing is, these shirts are really magical. And if you buy one, it really will help us release the single of
Make all the bees sting you like within a 1 mile radius of where you're.
Anyway, the point is that this shirt was made to really support the album project. And so before you leave today, if you feel so inclined, this guy would like to go home with you. You see, he's a bee god, and he will protect your home. And then also, I just wanted to mention that on February 3rd, which is the Saturday after next, we're doing a live broadcast from Big Blue Studio on Concert Window. And with the band that is currently working on this album. And also, Dio is actually working on 4 albums in the studio. And so I thought it'd be a good time to invite a couple of our super fans and invite you guys to come online. You can watch it at Concert Window. You just make an account there and you can go and watch the whole show. It's interactive and you can tip. It's like there's a little tip jar. So you can donate. You can donate to the album project with, just a quarter or whatever. And then also, if anybody's really super jazzed and really wants to be part of it, we're having an event called a Slambovian Midwinter Feast, which is a concert and banquet. So you can watch online, you can see the show, it's at 7 p.m. Or if you want to pay $100, I have 8 tickets left for the feast. And our chef is actually here tonight. So we're doing this feast in the one big grand room, and then we're having a live concert for the small VIP audience, and that's February 3rd. So I wanted to let you know, we're just trying to really get, these guys came down from Canada, and they came at great expense and risk, and they thought, we just got to come down, we don't know why. And we thought, our fans are so amazing, and they know what it takes to make an album. We thought, let's show them some honey and support them with the Bees merchandise and help pay for the studio so we can get this album out to you quicker. So that's it. Thank you so much.
I wanted to tell you, so you broke up that set list that I did the first one, so we could just play what's left.
Yeah.
And actually I was nervous about it, but I just circled them, see?
Okay, so what's first?
I threw coins and then I picked the order.
Okay, that's good. That's like gambling.
Okay.
So what's first?
So we'll play something from our British album that we never released. So right after our first tour of the UK, they really liked us over there. They were not a folk band, they were a classic rock band. They put us between the Animals and the Zombies when we played over there at a big festival. And they all remembered us from the 60s. No, we weren't really there. So. It's called Absolutely Beautiful Friggin' Day. And even though friggin' is part of our normal vocabulary in Pennsylvania, in England, you can't say friggin' on the BBC, so that's why we canceled the album. My mother was very upset about that. She said, what is wrong with these people? No wonder we left. Beautiful friggin' day. Dark clouds have all been rolled What else don't we know very well that we could play for you? Had you heard that one before? So one yeah and a bunch of no's, okay. So this, I'll play you a song that I wrote when they first demoted Pluto from his status as a planet. I was very upset about that. I think a lot of us were. So I'll play you a little song about that. What are you going to play on this, Tank?
No doubt.
What are you playing? Okay, I'll wait for you. I'm getting pretty nice in my older age. Summertime is magic's always been time when we escape these prisons. I'm just waiting for you. Nightmare, this is elevator music. Nightmare disappear as dream begins. All on a summer's day. All on a summer's day. You got it? You good? Jupiter and Mars, Mercury and Earth agree. It's not what it used to be. Venus stole Neptune and the stars. She's been crying every night since she learned poor Pluto's plight. She said, we've all been friends forever. We'll never change the way we feel. So strange to hear the clever tell Pluto that he wasn't real. How'd that feel? He may be a little stupider, but surely you can see he always tried his best to be dignified and heavenly. He's just a simple planet. Maybe he wasn't quite as deep, but don't take our hearts for granted. Don't let them put our dog to sleep. Little creeps. Saturn told all his little moles, say a little prayer tonight. They don't turn out Pluto's light. Against us, science is filled with fact and flaw, but your heads are up Uranus when love's not greater than the law. Fatal flaw. Jupiter and Mars, Mercury and Earth agree. It's not what it used to be. Short version. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll play something we probably can't play at all in this configuration. This song's a cross between, this is from our first English tour too, so this is thematic, the songs that were left over, I didn't even know it. When we were first on tour in the UK, the driver that they gave us, they treated us like rock royalty when we were over there. The driver that they gave us used to drive all the punk people around, you know, when the Ramones Ramones were touring. He was the guy who built the studio for the Clash. But over there, you know, we weren't a modern band. We were a classic rock band from the 60s. So we were opening for people like Donovan, but we were hearing all the good Ramones stories and stuff from Ron, our driver. So we wrote a song that's in between Donovan and the Ramones. And we usually play a very punky version of it, and we'll play it for you, see how it goes. You guys are game for anything tonight. You came to the damn thing, right? So we tried to warn you, don't come to these duo shows with me and Tink. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but you all came anyway. So. Can you play drums on this? Is that what you do? All right. Tristan's pretty cool, right? He can do anything. He's only 18, Tristan. He's 18 years old, man. God, you got a fan, man. Nobody knows how to play it. I can't turn to Sharky and say, what key is this in? There's nobody there. Does anybody know this song very, so if you know, just check it out. So, it goes, yeah, you know that part? So if you know it now, right, so do this with me. You know what it is with me and Tim? She's a hyper ADD kid, and I'm a hypo ADD kid. So I'm the kid that's like a flycatcher. And she's the one that just can't stay still, you know, to pay attention. We both had trouble in school, but I don't know why the universe put us together. But anyway, back to the thing. So, do it for Pete's sake. The end of the show. I was like, can that happen? You just forget everything completely.
You can do it.
Isn't this amazing? This could just fall apart. This must be the most horrible experience you ever have in your life at a concert. This is awesome. Okay. All my fears about all the stuff of like completely failing in front of people, they just went out the window. The dream of like standing in your underwear in front of the crowd, like, I don't think you care. I went to Pennsylvania trial. I'm very, I can't find it. You can't do this. Yeah, but I can't remember how good. Doesn't exist. Now forget it. It's not like the vid. Somebody knows it, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, you saved the day. People were gonna lose their money.
This moment's just not right for tears. So if you see me cry, it's coming like the rain, you say. There really is no why. It's not a bit of pain in me.
Let's do a sissy song and then let's just pick a couple and we'll get everybody, we'll do something really nice and then we'll send everybody home. You want to do that instead? Do we? Okay. Well, I was just going to pick some. Take waylaid. I'm not going to pick that. I was never henpecked by Tank till just recently. You know, in Slambowie there was a prophecy that a women's movement would come along when things in the world got really crazy and all the yang dang doodle men were messing everything up too bad. There's a prophecy that a group of women would come along with the Tinkerbell kind of spirit. And they would take over and tell the men to all go home, and 1,000 years of peace would reign in the land of Slambowie. So in Slambowie, they think that happened already. And so the women are in charge, and so the men are just like trying to step back. We're trying really hard to just listen and prove that we can be yin and not just yang. So hopefully it's just a test for a period of time, but we'll see. But I'm trying to roll with it. So I'm not going to play what I was going to play, which would have been really fantastic. I'm going to play what Tank wants us to play. So this is a new one, it's called The Never Was.
This is also going to be on the new album.
Oh, it's good.
Thanks to Mr. Tadden there.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I know. You have confidence, right?
Yeah, you're going to do this great.
Touch my hand and tell me you believe I can do this.
Oh.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Somebody told me they're making up lies. Somebody told me with tears in their eyes. Somebody told me it's not like it ever was. Somebody told me built out of fear, lies and the habits, the straight and the queer. Somebody told me it's not like it ever was. And so we build our world together. Tell our tales and sing our songs. Search for a now that's worth forever. But it takes so long. Zeros to heroes, let's even score. Let's strike a blow that can end all wars. You give your lives for it, we know we've seen it. We'll find a truth that can end war with meaning. And then we'll build our world together and
Hey, Dio, could you come up and do a song? Want to hear one of Dio and Tristan's songs? Yeah. Okay. So we'll let them play one, and then we'll take the show out together. I wanted you to hear this song. They were recorded. They're very humble, you know. Dio was recording this song, and he didn't even know whether he liked this song about a week ago. And I was like, man, that's an awesome song. So I asked if they might want to do this song. And so we'll get them to do it. And we'll just stand here and watch it with you guys. Thank you, Dio. So they're father and son, you know. Like I said, Tristan's only 18. He looks like he, could beat the crap out of all of us when he stands up. He's like my Uncle Angelo. He's like 7'12". Okay, so let you hook up and.
So what you guys don't know is he's also a very humble guy. Because not only is he a great performer and a writer and everything else, but he also is an amazing producer. So I just want to say thank you, Joe, for spotting this one. I appreciate it. This is called California.
I bet
So it's really cool because, you know, anybody that knows us well, you know, I've got twin sons that were on the road with us for years, and they had never met Dio and his family. We're like, because they were on the road, we were on the road, and they all got together now, and it's just amazing. And he's been recording our eldest of our twin sons album too, so everybody's just like in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's like really cool. They're as ornery as us. They can deal with all our crazy, wacky explosiveness, and he goes, oh, that's like, sound like my grandmother. It doesn't bother me at all. And we get along and we get a lot done. So hopefully we'll get a lot of good new music to you guys, you know. Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it. We're going to play one more song for you to close the night out. And hey, Dio, you can stay up here and just sing with us. I hope you had a good time. It's an oddball show. We try to warn people about it. So, you know, I'm afraid to, like I said, I'm afraid to just do a show alone with Tank, but you guys were all brave to come out and risk seeing us together. I guess people have faith that we're going to stabilize and be able to pull this stuff off.
They're great. They're great. And amazing to work with, too.
Thank you, Dio.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll play you one more thing. Tune this thing for you. This is a sing-along. We actually don't live in Sleepy Hollow, even though we say we do. We recorded the first album and lived in Sleepy Hollow, and then we've been moving upriver. And just to tell you guys, we live in Cold Spring, if you ever want to come visit. And they often have us play the 4th of July right on the Hudson River. It's right across from West Point, so it's a very historical place, especially to do the 4th of July. So we'll do a big show, and then they shoot off fireworks behind us. It's really like being the Beatles. It's like being Sgt. Pepper on the Hudson River. But we thought, let's do a song. There's train lines that run up the river this way. I mean, down the river that way and up the river this way. And they go by while you're playing all the time. And we thought, let's write a song that's got to do with the trains, got to do with the state of Slambovia. We'll get everybody to sing along, and we'll do it on the Hudson River. They had about 5,000 people there that came to see us one year, and everybody sang this. And if you want to sing along, when the chorus comes around, it goes, Trans-Slam-Bovian Bipolar Express. That's like the chant. We'll play that for you, and then when you hear that come around, just yell that stuff out.
And this is a train town, right? Is that so? This song's for you, man.
Hey, that's right? This is the birth of the American Railroad in this town. Wow, okay. So this would really apply, right? This is probably where I got the idea. It's probably in my genes that I would write a train song at some point in time. So thank you very much for contributing that to the gene pool. Let's see, I'll sing, hey. I always do a little introduction. I never know whether it's going to be a Beatle thing or a Dylan thing or whatever, but as an introduction to this last song. But recently, I hit upon the first Bob Dylan song that I ever learned on harmonica. Well, that I ever learned, period, and I learned it on harmonica. I was in a doo-wop band in South Philly. I was just a little kid and I had a very high voice. So you know when the doo-wop things, everybody's like, woo! I can't do it anymore, but the real high stuff, I used to sing that. And then the older guys, really standing around the trash can that's lit on fire underneath the bridge singing doo-wop songs. And I would come along and they'd say, come on, Joey, sing. And I would do all the, see the pyramids along, all that stuff. And one night, Johnny Cox, the bass singer for the band, he said, hey Joe, before you go home, let me run across the street to my house. I got an album for you. My brother brought this album. It's a really kind of goofy album. Everybody in my family didn't get it. They heard it was good. Now let me give it to you. And he brought out an album that was called Bob Dylan. And it's the first Bob Dylan album. I was like, just a kid. I was like 11 or 12, And that really changed my life as much as the Salvador Dali paintings did. So I'll play you the first Dylan thing that I ever did, and it's a train song. We'll dedicate it to the town, and then we'll do Trans Slam Moby and Bipolar Express. Do it all very consolidated in case somebody's tired out there. I am. And I'll do it in the key that I did it as a kid, so it's higher than I could actually sing.
'cause I know too well where my demons fly. It goes right into hell, and then that light shone out in that whistle blue, and that great voice cried out, hey, I've come for you. Get on the train, slam, roll me up, bipolar express. We're gonna slam, slam, roll me up, bipolar express. Sing it with me. We're on a train, slam, roll me up, bipolar express. One more time. Get on the train, slam, roll me up, Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thanks very much. We had a good time. Thank you. All right, I'll do one more. Anybody that wants to sneak out, just go ahead. Don't feel trapped. Well, thank you for making it a really fun night for us. This is terrorizing and terrifying to do the duo for us. You know, all these years, I think, you know, the fact that we've been posers with good players in the band, it was like, I didn't necessarily want to reveal that me and Sink are just posers. The hats cover up a lot of the inability to play everything that we wish to play. But it's really nice for, to be with a crowd that's listening to the heart and the soul of the music. Thank you very much.
Did okay.
So we'll play
And thanks to Joe and the Crew Bridge
Yeah.
for persisting and bringing us here.
We'll come back with the full band for you next time. We really, Pennsylvania's been very good to us. We love Pennsylvania, you know. We're all, everybody in it's different, but there's a certain collective spirit in Pennsylvania. I feel very at home when we're here. Thank you very much for making that so. Well, maybe. Let's see. Want to do the invisible take?
That's fine.
Yeah? All right.
Just do that. It's simple.
That's better than Baby Jane.
Yeah, you just do
Yeah.
it. Simple. And you guys can sing along, you can help on the high notes.
We don't have many high notes left. We drove 3 hours to get here from a show at like wherever somebody told us where we were, I forget where we were. Somewhere like in Boston area.
It was 5 hours away. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy you are here with me. Yeah, I'm so happy you are here with me. Whenever I feel afraid, I close my eyes and pray, and I enter the invisible again. Once upon a time we were alone. Yeah, even in our minds we were alone. Then we faced all our fears, we drowned in our own tears, and we entered the invisible again. This world's a lonely place, we made it such a lonely place. This world's a lonely place, we made it such a lonely place. It's not the only place, there is just one and only place that's true. And it's here with you. This world's a lonely place, we made it such a lonely place. This world's a lonely place, we made it such a lonely place. It's not the only place, there is just one and only place that's true. Yeah, it's here with you. I'm so happy you are here with me. Yeah, I'm so happy you are